Hey guys, this is Michael here today. I noticed that several guys have been posting videos of their backpacking systems and the Ultralight backpacking systems, so I thought I'd give it a shot and show you guys what I carry on a typical, 3-5 day trip. So I'm hoping that it'll give you guys some ideas, or you guys can give me some feedback and give me some ideas on how I can improve, some areas of it. But it's worked for me so far, and it's pretty comfortable and practical. It's lightweight, but you're not, giving up comforts. So I like that. So come on over here and let's get started. Alright, first up I'm going to show you my cooking system. It's very lightweight. It's as light as I've been able to get it so far. Total weighs about 4 ounces, which is about as much as a pocket rocket. A little bit more than that, but it's pretty close. What I have here is I keep all my stuff wrapped up in a bandana that I use for cleaning my pots, utensils, whatever else needs to be cleaned. And inside I have, inside of my pot I have my stove, which is, your Pepsi can, penny stove, whatever, homemade. It's about an ounce, and it's very efficient. Lightweight, works well, hasn't failed me yet. So they're cheap to make too. Good idea. I have my Lexane Spork, collapsible, about 0.3 ounces, lightweight, strong, multi-purpose, spoon and fork. Inside here I keep some matches for lighting my stove, and windscreen, nothing more than a glorified piece of tin foil. Use it sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes I need to, sometimes I don't. Just depends on where I'm cooking. There's a lot of wind. And my pot. This is actually an aluminum pot taken out of like a Boy Scout mess kit, basically. But it's really lightweight and serves its purpose. It's big enough, you can cook some ramen in it or whatever, and you can also, boil some water and make some tea or something. But it works good for me so far, and it's pretty lightweight, lighter than I think some of the titanium pots and stuff, which are really expensive, and these are really cheap. So that's my cook system. Alright, up next is my shelter system. I use tarps. I'm not a fan of tents. Tarps are multi-purpose. They're lighter weight than tents, and they're often cheaper. And what I use right now is Equinox Ultralight Sil Nylon tarp. I use the 10x8 tarp because I like to camp with buddies and stuff a lot, so that's a good size for 2 people. It comes in a little mesh bag here. I use that to hold my tarp and my tent stakes. I carry 6 aluminum stakes. They're real light and strong. But yeah, that in total weighs about 14-15 ounces. And here you got my my ground tarp. It is by no means ultralight. It's just a piece of like construction plastic. Here the new thing's Tyvek. Haven't had a chance to get a hold of that yet, but that works. It's cheap. And of course, I got my nylon cord. It's multi-purpose. I use it for sometimes hanging tents, my tarp up, and you can use it for hanging, your bear bag up or clothesline, whatever else you need. It's always good to have, about 50 feet or so of just nylon cord. Alright, I'm going to talk about, clothing and my sleep system now. As far as clothing goes, I don't usually carry much more than I'm wearing. Right now it's summer. I, wear nylon shorts and a t-shirt. if it's winter time, I wear long nylon pants and usually a t-shirt, and I'll carry a flannel shirt, and usually my down vest that I have that'll keep me warm. I've been down to 20 degrees with that system right there. But right now, the only extra things I carry really are, a pair of underwear, some extra socks, and, carry an extra t-shirt. That's a good 3 to 5 day setup right there. Really don't need much more, unless you plan on getting wet and stuff, which, it's always good to, carry a plastic bag, keep your things dry in case it rains on you or something. I don't use stuff sacks. Usually I use just Kroger shopping bag right there. They're lightweight, cheap. They work. Sleeping system. I use the classic. You got your ridge rest here, and it works for me. I love it. I took the regular length one and cut it in half. I'm kind of short, but it covers, from my head to my hips, and it works for me. Insulates you from the ground enough, and gives your back support, which I like. It's lightweight. It's about 4 ounces, so it's lighter weight than your self-inflating pads and things that they also have out there. Here's my sleeping bag. It's brand new. I just got it in a couple weeks ago. I've used it once or twice so far. Been really pleased with it. It's the Ultralight Adrenaline 20 degree bag. It's 800 filled down bag. It's got a half zipper. It saves weight. It's the lightest weight, full length mummy bag rated for 20 degrees that I could find. And I've been really pleased with it. I think they did a good job with this bag. It's really warm and comfortable, and 3-season bag. So here in Georgia, it'll pretty much get me through the entire year. It is a little warm for summertime use, as I found out the other day, but it's not too bad. You just kind of drape it, leave the zipper open and everything, and you can tolerate it. And it came with this little stuff sack here, so nylon stuff sack, and it's lightweight and it works. So I'm just going to stick with this one instead of getting another one.